What we learned only after we moved here is that back in the 80s, there was a very sweet couple who moved out of Bremen to plant a church in this town, sort of in Lilienthal. So they bought this house right here, which was completely run down and almost fell apart. And they fixed it up, invested into it, and planted a church. Um, However, that church had some struggles, some issues. It's another story. So they had the idea of at some point, this was I think about 15 years ago, what are we going to do with the house? Are we going to give it away? Are we going to sell it, make some money out of it? But it was on their heart to just have a church in that place, and so they gave it for free to this other church and said, okay, if you would like to plant a church in Lilienthal, revive it, please, here is this house, have it. And they said, okay, but we can't do it right now. We got to wait for a few years. We don't know when exactly, but whenever we're ready, if you have the patience, fine, then we would love to have it. And they did. And it took then another 10 years basically till we connected. I connected with the pastor of that church in Bremen. And we joined and said, okay, we would love to do that. We have a heart to plant church here. And so, which is really unique and very nice, to be honest. Those who have some experience in church planting, they know that many of us, they go through renting school buildings and basically trying hard to find a place where to stay and where to meet the next Sunday sometimes. And we had the grace to just start off with a roof over our heads, which was really nice. But it is a farmhouse. It's not really, steeples and church bells and anything. It doesn't look like a church from the outside. But what we do like a lot about it is that it is really, you feel like it's part of this environment of this rural town, this farming village, really. And it's having church in that place is like having church in living room in a very domestic context, and it's nice. You've been there, you've seen it.
Yeah, I vouch for it. Very nice, very cozy.
Cozy it is, yes.
I've got another video from the air. I nicked it from Google Earth. I hope it works, Christian. It's somewhere here on my playlist. Have a look at this.
Yeah.
So you can see on the right there, that's a picture of the house, and you can see in the center, if you look at there, there's a dot there, and so you get a good aerial view of the main road where there's a tram line. The tram goes past. The tram goes regularly past the farmhouse, the church house, basically. And
Yes.
it's in a great location, isn't it? It's really, really central if you think about it. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. But that's one of the biggest blessings about it. That is, you can't miss it really if you come through town. And again, like I said, it doesn't look like a church. So people who some people might be surprised to find that this is actually a church and a congregation meeting in there. Um, but it is, and we're trying to be very much out there and visible to the neighborhood, and trying to be a light in the middle of darkness.